on in here. Come on in here. It's a brand new day. Rise and shine and give God the glory. It's the AM drive. I need to have some type of song or something, a little giddy to wake me up. Maybe the what was that guy? Wham! Wake me up before you go go. That would be a good song. Of course, copyright stuff, so I don't know if I could sing it the way it was originally written. But for right now, that'll be the song. Hum that to yourself. That is the intro song for this AM drive. Wake me up before you go go by Wham. Sing that to yourself. Yeah, I was listening to a podcast. First of all, it was two things I wanted to talk about. But I was listening to a podcast and I realized, hey, I need to go live about 7 o'clock. Try to stay consistent, but I want to do it a little early so I can kind of give people a chance to kind of jump on the live, but also so that if I need to like edit this a little bit for like when I rewatch for the people who replay, I can go in, I can edit the file just a little bit. I can snip it in. So good morning to everybody. Hi, I'm Tanya of Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Welcome to this channel. Welcome to a newly forming community. Yes, I've had this channel for a long time. And I'm deciding that I want to be more of a creator, be more creative than just consuming. I love all of the content that is on YouTube. Like, it's a more intimate. And they were talking about how the differences between like a Netflix streaming service and a YouTube streaming service. And one of the things that you can't really talk back to the podcast, but I can share with y'all, is that it's more intimate. It's like you get to know the people. If you choose to, you can kind of get to know the characters. You can interact with the people in real time. And that's the difference in a YouTube platform and community than the Netflix streaming services or any other paid subscription. And this is for all intents and purposes. Is that how you say the phrase? For all intents and purposes, this is a free if you choose, pay if you want to. But so I just think that the intimacy is a real thing. I'm not paying to speak to you, and you're not paying to listen to me. But we get to interact in real time, and I think that's so dope. So yeah, this is the best time to be alive. I don't care what the people say. Talk about getting America great again. We're great right now. We're making it great day by day. We're making our interactions great. I don't even know why I got on that phrase, because that's not really the phrase that I want to represent at all. But anyway, welcome to the live, welcome to the space. Good morning. This is the AM Drive with traffic and weather on I-78 headed south. It's raining, y'all. It's a little sprinkly, but it's good. And I feel like an adult today because the last time I got my oil change, I actually agreed to let them change my windshield wipers. So I can see. Yeah, I can see. And I'm kind of good with some of the maintenance. Well, everything is within reason, and things that, you have the ability to do it, go ahead and do it. And I thought that the windshield wipers was something that was within the range of my what I could pay for and the time and I just needed that done with the oil change. Anyway, I was listening to a podcast. Y'all, I was listening to something, and they were talking about how their bill. This girl she mentioned the fact that she noticed that her bill was not what she expected it for the gas bill. And I was like, and they were talking about going through the motions. If you haven't already heard of Make It to Wednesday, that's a really good podcast to listen to. So if you have a long commute or long drive, yeah, listen to me, interact with me. Good morning, everybody who's on the live. Good morning. Please put something in the comments, some hearts, some love, or whatever. Give me a thumbs up as you're passing through. If you're going to stay for a while, I appreciate you. If you're going to be, you are watching on the live, thank you for enduring. Sometimes the signal gets dropped as I'm going down the road. But you're more than welcome to come back, listen to me on the, or watch it in the replay. You won't miss much. I tend to slow down a little bit when I see it cycling through, reconnecting. But yeah, the young lady was talking about on the Make It to Wednesday podcast. She was talking about how she noticed that there was a difference in her gas bill, and just kind of going through the whole scenario of what happened, the story, and everything. And that reminded me of a story of my own, where how you get a bill and it's not what you expected and you're kind of upset about it. So I was the bill? Oh, it was the insurance, auto insurance. So if you know me, if you were familiar with my story, over the last year, I have been kind of like, I was laid off in end of May of last year. Done some gig work, did some Ubering, I did get a job for about 6 hot weeks as a 6th grade teacher. That was a no-go. But in the meantime, in between time, I was, just going through the motions of paying the bills or whatever. So I think early of this year, January actually, got to the point where the car insurance was not paid. I just wasn't able to make that payment. And so I think January, they kind of gave me a, hey, you got 5 more days, you got 10 more days. And then so it got to the point where they were like, listen, we're dropping you. Nope, you can't get reinstated. I couldn't call. I called, they were like, nope, we're dropping you. So I was like, okay, cool. Get the next check, find another insurance company. Bam, I'm back. I'm back. I'm riding legit. I was riding dirty for a little bit. But God is good. I'm riding clean now. I've got insurance, fully insured right now. Knock on wood, thank God, all of it. That not in that order either. But at the time, the other insurance company dropped me, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm on to the next one. So about a couple of weeks later, I get a letter in the mail. And would you know, the letter from the insurance company, the first insurance company, saying that although we dropped you from our insurance, you still owe for the end of the contract. So I literally would contract for every 6 months. And so they would break the payments up into the monthly payments for that 6-month period. And so I guess they dropped me around payment 4 or whatever, 4 or 5. And they have the audacity to send me a letter in the mail saying, although we dropped you, you still owe for the last payment of this contract for the insurance. In my mind, I was punching the air. I was like, God, no. How you doing, Millie? Hi, how's it going? Listen, if I'm trying to kind of share the fact that I was so upset with the company, saying that I still owed them, but they didn't want to keep me on as a customer for insurance. Like, insurance is the most non-existent product you can actually sell, because if I never have any type of wreck, if I never make any type of insurance claim, I'm really never getting any use out of the product. Okay, so for the last 6 months, I don't think I've had any type of infractions or claims, you want to call it. Nothing like that. But they decided that due to non-payment, everybody's going through something. And I've been a good, loyal customer. I don't want to even say loyal. I'll just say I've been a customer for, several years. And the only reason why I'm saying I'm not a loyal customer is because I don't feel like I need to be loyal to a car insurance company. Like, what makes a good loyal relationship in that aspect is that you don't drop me from your policy when you feel like I don't meet the requirements. Like, if you really cared about me, you'd be like, you know what, you've been a good customer for all these years. You have had so many months of no insurance claim. We're going to give you or refund you some of this, credit back, and we're going to extend your, policy based on the fact that you've just been, having a good relationship with us for insurance, for car insurance, And I'm like, that would be reasonable. That would be a good type of company to have. Like after 12 months, you get, a 1 month rebate, or you get a 2 month, for every 12 months, you get 2 months of credit, so that in times of like these times when I'm really needing a little help, like I'm going through transition with my employment, or I'm trying to get back on my feet with, just having gotten a new job in the last couple of months. I'm trying to get all the other bills, like the electricity and the phone bills. I mean, everything has to be, satisfied. And car insurance is the most non-existent type of product that you could sell. Cut me some slack, okay? So I don't know if you feel like that. Please put something in the chat. Let me know, how do you feel about car insurance? What do you feel about insurance at all? Like medical insurance, car insurance, all of that. It's the most non-existent product if you don't use it. If I haven't been to the doctor in a year, I haven't made a claim. If I haven't been to the dentist in 6 months, I haven't made a claim. Those types of things. So it would stand to reason that they could, at some point in the future, say, for all of our customers who've done a certain amount of time or have been with us and have done, great payments, and we're going to make sure that we put like something in your statement that says, in case of a future time when you need something, when you need help, when you need to, bridge that gap, we got you. That just makes sense, especially for those types of bills where there's not really an exchange of any type of products with, and I'm looking down at my GPS, when there's no exchange of a product for several months because you just don't make a claim on the insurance. That's all I'm saying. Put it in the chat. Put something in the chat that says, you know what, I have insurance, or I have bills where I feel like it's not an even exchange, where you're paying and then you really don't feel like you're getting that much, but the company gets all the benefit. But as soon as you are in some type of distress, they can drop you, or they can just, break the term. Like, it's all for the benefit of the company and not your benefit. So when I heard the story of the girl on the podcast, again, if you want to listen to a really good podcast, after you listen to me or after you tune into my channel or whatever, then make it to Wednesday. It's it's a black logo with like pink writing, like a little calendar. Those ladies are they have a really good friendship, really good bond, but they're really good commentary on just like life in general. Like, one of the ladies is married, one of the ladies is single, and I like the conversation that they have back and forth with how are you doing, and what's your life going, what's going on in your life. And I like the way that they kind of talk things out. So it's really cool. If you like something that's simple, not doing too much, it's demure, it's not a whole lot of, well, there may be a little bit of like what is it when you have like and I'm sorry, I'm trying to change lanes and stuff, drive and talk at the same time. That's me. A little profanity, which I feel personally, as I get a little older, I always think, do I really trust people who don't use a little profanity? Not saying that somebody has to just be a down out, cuss somebody out type of person all day, but I think maybe if you show a little passion within your language, that it just kind of gives me a more feeling of that person is real, like they're giving you the authentic self. That's just me. But yeah, the podcast, they have a little, if you're somebody who's like doesn't want to do any doesn't want to listen to any profanity, I get it, but I think it's just the right amount of seasoning to a relatively wholesome type of conversation. And because I had this commute, and again, if you're new to the channel, new to the stream or whatever, I have an hour commute to work every day on my new job. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah. But in the meantime, I want to be productive. I wanted to be, creative. I wanted to be able to contribute to the YouTube space. And so I actually have been like, oh, I need to get a little equipment. I need to kind of up my game. So I ordered something that's really going to make my videos pop. And as soon as I get it in the mail and test it out, maybe I'll do a little unboxing video. I don't know. Possibly. So be on the lookout for that. I haven't done an edited video in a while. But if you'd be so kind, please, after you listen to this or after you click through all of these things, please do subscribe. You can watch my videos and like them all the way through, all of them. Or you can just do me a favor. We're friends now. You've listened to my voice a little bit. You're my friend. I appreciate you. Go over and click on some of the other videos that I have. Listen to them or turn the volume all the way down. Turn the monitor off if you're on a PC or a laptop. Turn the monitor off. Turn the volume all the way down. Walk away from the computer altogether. Just let it run, and it will, it's a playlist, so it will play like several of the videos, and that will do me a solid. You'll be helping a friend out. Okay, so yeah, that's about my commercial, my self-promotion, all of that. But I got big dreams, big ambitions for the channel. And but even with that, it's like I'm ambitious, but I also have to kind of keep myself up and keep making a living, and it's getting easier. It's getting better. I am a full-time employee, and I'm really digging. Enjoying the new position. And I know I'm kind of giddy and informal here, but when I think about work, I think my brain kind of shifts into low power or something, in low mode. So I have to kind of put on the professional, formal, Have you ever been with somebody and they have a different voice, their work voice, or, they're on the Zoom and then all of a sudden they're maybe they're zooming from home and they're talking to you in one dialect, or they have a certain communication style, whatever. Their speech changes. They get on that Zoom and they have this different voice, this different posture, the eyebrows go up, all of that. I look like I'd be a great mom. Oh, thank you. I am a mom. Some days I don't feel like a great mom. I'm the mom of 2 grownies. I call them my grownies because they're no longer teenagers. They are past college age. And so, yeah, love my babies. Oh, but I am a mom of a baby dog, Baylor. If you go to my videos, you'll see my baby dog, Captain Baylor. And he is the star of his own series of YouTube shorts. And I need to kind of get him back on that too. He really enjoyed being the star of that. And I also enjoyed making those. It was pretty fun. And my nephew also, every once in a while you'll see my nephew. Yeah, Baylor is a Beagle, and he loves to dig around in the backyard, hunt for stuff, and I have to kind of keep him from doing that. But he is my own little Snoopy. Walking in the park one day, and this lady came up to us. We were walking, you know how you walk in the park, and she was like, "Oh my God, you have a Beagle!" She was very loud, and I think our dogs were both of our dogs were startled at her shrill voice, and she was so excited to see a Beagle. But I was like, "Yeah, Beagle," and after the initial startle, I should have been like, "Hey, how are you?" I like to chat people up in the park, but she was going in one direction, I was going in the other direction, and we never did. By the time I got back around, I was in my car and I was about to go. But I like to chat people up in the park, dog people. like to chat with each other. Sometimes it's all about, like, who are you? What did you know? No, they don't even acknowledge you. They acknowledge your dog first, and they ask questions about your dog, and ask questions to your dog. I was walking at another time, and this lady was like, "Oh, hi, buddy. What's your name?" And I had my earbuds in, but I could kind of hear what she was saying. She was like, "What's your name? What's your name?" And I was just like bopping along to my music, and she's like, I guess your mom's not going to tell me your name." And I said, "Oh," and I kind of came to myself, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I was waiting for him to respond to you," because she never looked at me. She never talked to me. She was talking to the dog. So I was like, yeah, dog people just do that. And I don't fault her for anything, but maybe a little bit, but not really, because dog people just do that type of thing. We talk to the dog. We ask about the dog. It's kind of rude. It really is. I have to remind myself, talk to the human, ask the human questions about the human, ask the human questions about their dog. You know, that's the more, like, I think, less rude way to communicate. Instead of talking directly to the dog, facing the dog, asking the dog what kind of dog it is. You know, just, that was a thing. That has been a thing. "Oh, he's so cute. What kind of dog is it?" That would be the first thing that people say. And I'm like, "Hi, I'm your neighbor. My name is, what's your name?" But I don't go that route. I'm like, we do talk about the dog, and then I always make an effort to make a friend too. That's my thing. Please make an effort to get to know the human in the relationship. But yeah, I do have my babies. I have plants. I'm a mom of 2 bronies, a mom of 1 beagle, and a mom of dozens of plants. I love plants, and I realize now that it's spring, the spring equinox of it all, the plants have perked up. Like, I can tell, like, each one of my plants can really tell that there's a change in the temperature, in the weather, in the seasons. They look more perky, more green, more everything. When I water them, they're like, "Yeah, I'm ready," type of thing. So I'm gonna move a couple more. I moved 2 outside, and although it was a little cold yesterday, it wasn't like freezing cold. It was windy, and I don't think it fell over, but I definitely have to be aware. I don't want things to kind of fall over. But most of my plants are in the house now, and most of my plants are in the house, and I've got to kind of start figuring out which ones I want to move back outside to the porch. The back porch is kind of like where I like to hang out a little bit with my plants and make it cutesy, have a little floral situation. I hate the fact that when you buy something that's pretty like a flowering plant that's usually an annual, I don't know if they've bred them so that they will not grow again. I've tried so hard to like keep the root system of like these plants alive. I put them in the garage. I put like well, I've never put foil over them, but I've definitely put them in the garage and like try to revive them in the next growing season, and it never works. So then I have to go back to the store and buy another pretty flowering plant, wait about half the season so it can kind of get full and pretty and hardy, because I never buy like a big plant. I always like a little like the little baby puny one and say, "Oh, mommy will take you home and feed you, make you bigger." I'm on my way to work. This is the morning drive. I'm on my way to work. But yeah, I'm always trying to get like a beautiful plant. I'm trying to get a puny plant so I can kind of feed it and water it or whatever during the spring, so it'll be beautiful during the summer. And again, if it's an annual breed, is that an annual? Or what do they call it? Where they only live for one season, whatever it is. It's usually that, and no matter how hard I try, I can never get those that are only supposed to last one season to kind of continue to kind of go dormant and then come back in the spring. But yeah, that's me trying to go against nature, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, it's kind of it's really kind of windy out here, and I can even see there's a little truck, a van, about to pass by me. If you can see that, they kind of look like they were in the traffic, which is wild. Yeah, if you're on here new to the channel, whatever, do me a favor, click like, click subscribe. Come back and watch some more of my videos. Do me a favor. If you're on here right now, you're already my friend. I appreciate you. So yeah, I appreciate you a lot. Message retracted. And look at it says something about message retracted. That's wild. Park said beagles are funny. Yeah, my beagle, he likes to howl. So my beagle and my son are arch enemies. When I first got the beagle, my son was like, he don't really have nothing to do with my dog. The dog is really for me, my emotional support baby. But my dog, my son, he makes a lot of noise with his car. He comes in, he turns the music off. He's still singing, so he's making a lot of noise. He's opening doors, he's slamming doors, because he's, young people, they don't really know their strength. He's just making noise and making and slamming doors and cabinets or whatever. So he's a really noisy boy. And so the beagle doesn't like a loud noise. He likes calm and quiet, like mommy. I like calm and quiet. But I do enjoy the liveliness of kids when they come through the house, even, my cronies. My daughter, she is the younger one. She's 23. My son's 25. My daughter's 23. And she is, I want to say where it comes. I hate it. It's a little, it's tree lined, two-way highway, and the signal is a little inconsistent right here. So I do apologize. I'm working so I think it may have something to do with either the cord that I'm using or the phone. It could be one of the two, or it could just be the signal in the air. So I'm going to try both of those things eventually as, the funds become available. And I've been pre-shopping for a new phone. You kind of go to the website and you look at all the phones. And then you go to the another time, and then you actually do play the video of them kind of turning the phone inside outside of sight. And I'll actually put one in the cart and see how much it costs. Do I have valuable enough to get a refund or a discount on a new phone, which it does. So that kind of makes me like, I need to do this not quickly, but within a reasonable time frame, because I'm at year 5 on this phone. So I love it. You can fold it out like a tablet. You have a little bit more screen real estate. So if you need to do something a little bit more serious, it makes it seem like you're a real serious professional. Whatever you're doing. When I work with Beagle Look sometimes. Beagle Look is like an app where you have the opportunity to work for a service as a contractor, basically. And you can go and, like, if somebody has an insurance claim for their, like, a car accident or whatever, and the insurance company wants photos from a third party, address, you go to the location and take some very specific pictures based on the templates in the app, and I can get some really good photos with the Z Fold. I can open it up and kind of show the customer if I need to. And so I'm sure you can get it on an iPhone if if I do it on Android. Sometimes I have issues with the app because it is, you can choose the contracts that you automatically. Life is good. I've also done the driving all day already. Used up $40 in gas, and maybe it's not as good because although I made 150 or 160, I've spent 40 of my own money in gas. I really didn't make what I made. What is that? Sometimes there be like fires and stuff. I don't know if that's fog or smoke. It smells like smoke. Then I have to look down at my instruments to make sure I'm not smoking. But yeah, maybe it's somebody's breakfast. I'm getting hungry. Alright, what time is it? Let me look at my ETA. I got about 15 minutes away from where I need to be. So we're gonna bring the live to a close. What did we talk about today? We talked about the insurance, where I was like really upset about that. We talked about me being a mom, Beagle, and Bronies. We really didn't talk about my Bronies too much. Love my Bronies, my baby girl, my baby boy. They're both my babies. And I'm a mom. But also I'm a lady. I'm a lady. No copyright. Hashtag no copyright strike. If you are, enjoying the commute, or you have your own commute, this is just ramblings or what have you, but sometimes I have something real to say. I also wanted to talk about like motivational things, like what do I do in the morning, the things that I do in the morning to try to get myself motivated. And if you have any motivational topics, things that you want to talk about, if you're watching this in a replay, whatever, live, do put them in the chat, put them in the comments, and I always read and respond to the comments. We can talk about them tomorrow, because we want to make the most of our time. I want to be creative, and I want to be a part of YouTube community, possibly meetups. Join some meetups. There's some people who do RV meetups, and I'm like, man, that is on my bucket list. I definitely want to connect with RVers who are also YouTubers, also have meetups, and just be able to, do some of those things. I've watched some of the videos of folks who have like their own meetups at RV parks and talk about YouTube space, talk about talk about RV life, and that aspect. And I'm so interested in that culture. Don't have an RV yet, but that is also part of the whole goal, the greater good, and all of that. I'm encouraged, and I want you to be encouraged too. I want you to be I want you to set your goals and your dreams and your aspirations high, because we are a part of a purpose. We have a greater plan. There's someone, I don't know what you believe in, but I believe that there is a God who has a purpose for my life, and he wants to share good things. He wants to bless me with good things, and I want to be a blessing to others in that whole cycle of prosperity, be a blessing to others as I've been blessed. Well, yeah, but life is good, and I appreciate you riding along with me. Again, like, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I noticed one day that when I had subscribed, somebody said the word subscribe on their video, the button would light up. Y'all tell me if I say the word subscribe and you haven't subscribed, does it still light up the button on the screen? Same thing with the like. If I say like this, it still does the computer or whatever, the magic of YouTube, make the like button light up if you haven't already liked it and I say the word like, or if I say subscribe. So please do all of those things. I'm rambling at this point. I will talk to you soon. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye bye.